So let's just vegan, go vegan.
Hello there, this is Nikki. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'd like to talk about deprivation. Now, it's a common misconception that a vegan diet is a diet of deprivation. And today I'd just like to bust that myth. So let me first talk about all the variety in vegan foods, plant-based foods. There's a huge variety. And plant-based foods has all the flavor, the condiments. When people have meat, usually it's the condiments that make it taste so good. It's the spices, it's those onions, it's the garlic, it's the plant foods that are making the food taste amazing. You've got a wide variety there's hundreds of different types of fruits and vegetables, seeds, grains, spices, starches, legumes available to enjoy. And being vegan probably makes you push your barriers even more to try new foods that you wouldn't normally have in your weekly routine. And there's also many vegan alternatives to animal products as well, like cheese, dairy, cheese, vegan yogurt, ice cream, these things, cake. And you don't have to miss out on any of the flavors because you've got the vegan version. And of course, vegan diet is a very wide variety of different diets. There's so many different ways of eating vegan. You could eat a macrobiotic vegan diet, you could eat 80-10-10 vegan diet, you could eat raw till 4 raw vegan diet, junk food vegan diet, starch vegan diet. There's so many different ways. So I would advise you try the best way that works for you and that keeps you vegan. For me, I prefer to eat a whole foods vegan diet with lots of fresh and raw foods included as well, and this way just gives me way more energy than ever before. Since going vegan, I noticed the dramatic effect it was having on my energy levels. I just found simply that plant-based foods just give me so much more energy than animal products did. And I was always a sluggish person before I was vegan, as a vegetarian, eating lots of cheese and eggs and stuff like that. And the way I see it is just going back to those animal products is definitely a deprivation for me, a deprivation of all the energy and good feelings that come with the vegan diet. And if I went back to animal products, I'd probably have to drug myself up on lots of coffee and tea and stimulants like I did before. So let's look at this from another angle and from the animal's point of view. Animals are being deprived of so much, their lives, the sunshine, nature, being able to turn around, being able to live without fear and suffering and pain. Their whole existence is one of, lots of fear and suffering, a miserable existence. It's a deprivation, to say the least. And, I can't understand how causing pain and suffering to the animals is going to make my life more abundant and benefit me in any way. Also, keep in mind, animal products are extremely toxic to humans. They're the cause of many of the top killers: heart disease, cancer, diabetes, clogged arteries, etc. The list goes on and on. Many people, when they switch to a plant-based diet, have actually reversed these diseases. You're depriving yourself of longevity, health and energy when you eat animal products. But I definitely feel I'm depriving myself of the saturated fat and cholesterol, which I'm sure you'll agree is a good thing. Now let's look at the planet. The planet is now, thanks to the meat and dairy industries, being deprived of vast amounts of water, of land, rainforests, biodiversity, carbon sinks, clean air, clean water, and we're not being deprived of greenhouse gases. Methane is abundant at the moment, and it's actually, according to the United Nations, a report shows that animal agriculture is the second largest contributor to global warming, and that's contributing even more than all of the transport and aviation system put together. It's fucking up the environment. So what about all the land used to produce all the grain to give to the animals, to produce the animal feed? 70% of the world's land is used to cultivate grain for animals, to produce meat and dairy and animal products. Now this has huge consequences. It makes the food prices go up, and people in more developing countries, they are struggling to get enough food because there's a world food shortage going on. And as the population rises, it's going to become more and more problematic. So funneling grain through animals is really inefficient because it takes about 7 kilos of grain to produce about 1 kilo of meat. It's obviously wasting a lot of grain and food and water in the process. And if the world went plant-based, we'd be able to feed way more people. You may be wondering, why do I not know about this? And now I'll tell you why we are being deprived of all this information. Money is what's getting in the way of the human race. Money is what's tripping us up. Think about it, it's what's stopping us developing. Things are made these days to be cheap and not to last a long time, so that someone will keep buying more. Huge corporations with most of the money have the power to manipulate society, have the power to manipulate governments and doctors and everyone. So there's a lot riding on it, there's a lot of profits. I challenge you to try out a vegan diet. You've got nothing to lose, you've only got things to gain. I will help you along the way. Ask me all the questions you need and I'll help and support you. You're only going to do yourself favours, and you're doing the animals favours, the planet favours, and for future generations. If you care about the future of the planet for your children, now is the time to take action. We've got there's a crisis going on, and in the year 2050, when the population rises, this planet is heading for destruction, and we are rapidly destroying it every day. So please don't deprive yourself of health, don't deprive yourself of well-being and peace, don't deprive yourself of a clear conscience. Just take the plunge, try it out, go vegan and let me know how it's going. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment and help me spread this message.
So let's just vegan, go vegan.